What's up, y'all? My name is Seth Packan, and this is where small town brains talk about big city nonsense. This is Podunk Perspective. Podunk Perspective, we are rolling. We have Tess Monpere.
Am I allowed to look into the camera?
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
Cool.
Did I say your last name right?
How'd you say it?
Monpere.
Yep, you got it.
Amazing. French, right?
Exactly.
So you're an artist in town.
I am.
Tell us where you're from originally.
I'm originally from California.
Okay.
Everybody in Tennessee's favorite state. Yeah, I've lived out here for almost 2 years now, and I love it.
So were you doing music in California before, or?
I was, yeah. So I'm originally from the Central Valley, and then when I was 17, I had gotten signed to a record label and moved down to LA, lived there for about 4.5 years,
Yeah.
and then once I went independent, I moved my butt out here. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
So what was that experience like, being in the music scene out in LA, maybe compared to here?
So different. For a lot of reasons. I would say out here there's definitely a lot more opportunities in I'm trying to think of how to describe it.
Like collaboration or maybe like working together type
Yeah,
thing?
totally. And it's
Yeah.
like here every person you meet pretty much is a musician of some sort. Like you could be at a restaurant and odds are your server sings on the side too or something
Right.
like that. While in LA it's like a lot less collaborative, and if people are like, "Oh, you want to write together?" Usually they're going to Venmo request you after or send you an invoice or something crazy like that. So it's definitely, that was something I was very jaded to when I first moved out here, and people would be like, "Oh, hey, we should write sometime." I'm like, what do you want?
Yeah.
What is this going to cost me now? And so, yeah, it's very different. And I would say in LA, it's people, a lot of the times, it's very rare that you meet a country artist in LA, first of all. But then people are also actors and dancers and musicians and maybe a rapper too. And then maybe entrepreneur on the side.
Right.
And so there's just a lot going on for sure.
What were some of your favorite places out there to hang out and, go out?
Ooh, for going out, I would say probably Venice area, Santa Monica, just the beach town, kind of bars and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess in general, just the beaches.
Do you miss it?
I didn't think I would, because for a long time I was like, you can't pay me to go back, blah, blah, blah. While I had fun while I was there, once I was gone, I was like, okay, I have no desire to go back whatsoever. But then recently I took a day trip with some of my hometown friends out there, and I was like, okay, weirdly kind of miss it. Even though we're sitting through the traffic and going through all the crazy, I was like, I'm feeling oddly nostalgic right now. And so I think I would visit again, but I don't think I could ever live there again.
No, for sure. So at what age did you pick up music and start singing?
I've been singing. My mom says I've been singing since before I could even talk. How I would just be in my crib making singing sounds or whatever. And so then when I was 4, she got me into piano, and then after that it was vocal lessons. So honestly, I can't think of a day in my life where I wasn't singing or doing music in some aspect.
So you would say your family was pushing you to do it,
Yeah, my mom's side of the family is all Filipino, so everybody's singing, and there's karaoke at Christmas and all the stuff. So I was just always around it.
That's really cool. So what were some artists that you grew up on and maybe influenced some of your music today?
Ooh, oh, there's so many. Shania Twain's a big one. She's my number one, and then also Carrie Underwood, Adele, Lady Gaga. I'm trying to think who else. I would say those are the main ones for sure.
What was that first experience signing that deal out there? Do you remember that day?
Sort of. It was kind of a long process. I was going back and forth for a long time, but I remember just feeling, obviously excited. I didn't really know what I was getting into for sure. Because being from Clovis, California, there's record deals and singing and Hollywood isn't really a thing there. It's a good couple hours from LA and all that. But it was exciting. It definitely taught me a lot. For sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it's not always, what it's hyped up to be, or what they say it is on paper,
Yeah.
So, then when you, how did you, did you like the transition going in, independent, or was that kind of I'm kind of scared, but, now I like it type thing?
I would say that, yeah. I was
Yeah.
scared, and then it was like, okay, now I like it. It kind of took me a while after I went independent to kind of figure out, okay, so now I have to go find my own producers. How do I do that? Now I have to, and then realizing just how expensive being an artist is too. I'm like,
Right.
I have a lot of moments where I'm like, maybe a record deal wasn't that bad. Maybe maybe I'll call them up. But yeah, no, it's interesting for sure. But I would say it's a lot more liberating. Like I would say the music I'm making right now is like 110% me, and I stand behind it, and I am proud of it and everything. And so while it requires a lot more work, a lot more money and all the things, and a lot more stress, I am so much more proud of it.
No, absolutely. So, like, what type of music were you putting out when you first started?
Oh, it was pop.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had purple hair. I had bangs. I was in, like, rhinestone everything. It was
Dang.
pop through and through.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I don't even know if it's still on Spotify or anything, but...
Did you like doing that music, or...?
It was fun at the time. Yeah, because I was, like, 17 to 19, and so it was, like... It was exciting. It was fun, and it was definitely felt like a dream come true. In hindsight, I don't think it was like the most authentically me, and maybe that's just like my frontal lobe developing or whatever. But it was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot. And yeah.
What are some of like your favorite gigs you've played?
Ooh, I'm trying to think. Oh, I would say my first time singing in arena was probably that's like the first time. I would say, so that one, it was at the Save Mart Center back in my hometown in front of like 7,000 people. I loved getting to sing that. Whiskey Jam was another fun one. That was my first full band show in Nashville. So that was a fun one, just to see all my friends come out and all that stuff. And then, trying to think.
Yeah, I mean, Whiskey Jam is a good one. I mean, especially like when you have like some artist friends come out, some writer friends, you know, it's cool. What like who are some of your writer friends and artist friends in town that you know like lean into a lot since moving here?
I would say, like working with wise, or like
both, yeah, friends and you
gotcha.
know.
I would say, well, Seth Michael, he's the one that produced my latest song. I think he's so
Love Seth,
insanely talented. Yeah, great guy too. But yeah, super duper talented, and he inspires me a lot. I'm trying to think who else. I swear there's more. I'm like, that was just because he produced my latest song. He's like at the top of like my brain right now.
Who do you write with the most?
I don't think I have many people where it's like consistent. Like I kind of write with different people every single time.
That's good.
I don't think I've revisited anybody. Like, not that anybody's been bad, but I get excited to work with new people and everything. Plus me, I have a horrible ADHD, so it's like I sit there and it's like I almost write better on my own, because when it's like other people and then everybody's saying different things, I'm like, I don't even know what we're writing about anymore. Like my brain goes in all these different directions.
No,
but
absolutely. So before we started, you were telling us a little bit that you went to school in France for a little bit.
For a little bit, because one of my best friends, her name is Judith, she's from out there, and so one summer she's like, come stay with me for a little bit and come to school with me, and it was a lot of fun. I was like 16.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you have friends out there? Like, what was that experience like? What was that?
I definitely made some cool friendships out there, for sure. I stayed with her family. They're amazing. She's actually probably going to come out here pretty soon. Because for a long time until COVID, we would do like, okay, 1 year I would go there, and then 1 year she came here, and then kind of switching off back and forth. And so I'm excited to resume that for sure.
That's great. That's cool. So, like, what was your favorite food out there? Like, did you find any like new meals or anything that you were like, oh, we don't have over here?
I think I just like the excuse to eat bread with everything.
Yeah.
It's like no matter what you eat, there's like bread with it. I would say that's...
Is it true that like French fries were like made out there? Like, is that like a true thing? Supposedly, I guess like French fries were invented in France. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, but I guess like every meal has French fries. This is what I've heard.
I feel like it's gonna be like one of those things where we're like, we find out that the name just isn't as easy as it seems. It's gonna be like, oh, they're actually like, French fries are from like Korea or something crazy like that.
Yeah, no, that's great. So
I have no idea though.
After you came, so how long did you do the traveling back and forth between France and here?
I would just go and stay for a little bit, and then like I didn't really go back and forth so much.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So like, was this high school? Was this college? You're like,
it was high school.
High school.
Yeah, I didn't go for super long or anything, but it was fun.
Yeah, that's really cool. So when was like the moment you were like, I'm moving to Nashville for sure? Like, I need to do this thing.
Oh, it was my first time here. Like, I think I came here for a girls' trip like 4 years ago or something.
Okay.
And we stepped out of the Uber, and it literally was like in that moment, I'm moving here. And so from that moment forward, I did a lot of writes out here, and I would kind of fly back and forth between here and LA. And then finally, it got to the point where I just had more work out here, and I made the move.
2 years ago, you said?
Almost, yeah.
Dang, that's
We're at like
awesome.
a year and a half right now. So
what are besides like the music side of it? What are your favorite things about Nashville?
I would say the people for sure, especially having lived in LA. I would say the people here are just like a lot warmer, a lot friendlier, and everything. And not to like sit here, I feel like half this podcast has been me just like bagging on LA, being like, but it's not. It's a great place. I loved it. I made a lot of amazing memories. If my LA friends are watching this, I love you. You're amazing. But I would just say in general, yeah, I think people here are a lot more friendly and open and all this stuff. It's like you meet someone one time and they're like, oh, like come to my family's Thanksgiving tomorrow. And it's like, okay, period.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, people are just very warm here and I love it.
No, that's true. There is that like Southern culture. So I got to ask you, which has a worse dating scene, Nashville or California?
Oh, hold on. Okay, if we're comparing like I would say my hometown. When we say California, I'm gonna be speaking for LA, not my hometown, because they're all normal in my hometown.
Right, yeah, LA.
I would say, okay, I'm gonna say Nashville is better because I have a lovely boyfriend, and so I found him in this dating scene and all the things. But I would say each scene has their give and takes. Where like in LA, you know what you're getting. Like you know they're probably not gonna call you. They're probably. Like, you could go on, like, 87 dates with the same person, and they're still just, like, we're, like, just friends. Like, we're, like, literally, like, whatever. It's, like, we're not exclusive whatsoever. Here, it's, like, you go on one date with, like, my boyfriend, we went on one date, and he was like, so we're exclusive, right? I was like, I guess so. Like, I wasn't really planning on seeing any other people anyways, but, like, yeah. So, but I would say for here, I would never date another musician. I went on dates with some musicians, and it, like, I would say mostly because I'm a musician myself. Right. The amount of times I've been put in demo jail where, like, they sit there and we're, like, sat in the car and they're like, listen to this song I wrote, this song I wrote, this song I wrote. And I'm like, that's amazing. That's great. That's 3 hours go by and they're not once are they like, so can I hear something of yours? Or like,
yeah, that's wild. Yeah, especially if you're dating another artist, you're, like, just throwing all your stuff at them.
Oh, literally. Yeah, it's been, like, it was a couple, I think there were 2 dates I went on where it was just, like, them showing me their music videos, their songs, and never once being like, so do you have anything coming up? Yeah. Oh, have you released anything? It's like, do you even know I make music?
Were these, like, country boys, or were these, like, city boys?
Sort of like country boys, but they've probably never ridden a horse in their life, or, like, seen one.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense. What are some of your favorite bars and, like, restaurants in Nashville?
I have to give it to my Midtown bars, you know, Duck Blind, Red Door. Yeah.
I have some great memories, great stories from losers, winners, or old winners, I should say. Were you here when it was winners?
It was winners when I was visiting, but by the time I moved here, no, it was Duck Blind.
That's crazy. It's been that long already. That's
insane.
But it was before it was Duck Blind, it was winners, and I mean it's very similar. It's not much different, but in the back of the stage where like in the Duck Blind side, there used to be a big cutout. So you could see through in like the people like in the front room of the Duck Blind. It was so cool. It was just a lot different.
And that's where they used to have like Whiskey Jam too there, right?
Yeah, they used to have Whiskey Jam there. They didn't have the podcast room like they have now and stuff, but it's cool. I still like it. I still like Midtown. That whole area is a lot of fun. Yeah,
when I first moved here, I lived dangerously close to Midtown, so I was unfortunately there like every single day. Yeah. It was like a 2-minute Uber ride and like $4 Uber ride, so it was like
yeah, you can get.
I was like, I'm networking.
That's
I'm networking.
That's the excuse that you can so easily tell yourself all the time of like, yeah, I'm networking, and then it's 8 beers later, you're like, yeah, I'm still networking.
Yeah, literally. I think like the best thing I did for myself was move far away, because now it's like if I want to go out, it's a little bit more of a mission. So it keeps me on my better behavior for sure.
So you've been working on, or you just had a song come out, right?
I did.
Tell us a little bit about it. Who you wrote it with? Who produced it?
This one, so it's called Cold Water. I wrote it by myself. It was I literally wrote it in like 30 minutes. I was just like down horrendous about this like situationship that didn't quite work out. In the hindsight, it was never that serious, but yeah, I wrote it really quickly, and then it was kind of one of those songs where it's like, I think it's okay, but I'm not really sure, blah, blah, blah. Right. So I sang it at a couple of writers' rounds, but then like I noticed like that was the one that people would like come up to me after and be like, oh, like, is that on Spotify? Or, oh, I really loved it. Or like that was like the one song in my set where like people would kind of like shut up and listen. And so I was like, okay, maybe there's something to it here. And so I texted Seth, Michael, and he decided to produce it with me, and it's been awesome, and I love it.
So for people that like are outside of Nashville and don't know necessarily what the music scene's like, what's your process, getting into the studio, and how long you might have to be there and what it takes to record a song?
I would say that's actually one of the biggest differences I've noticed between like here in LA. I maybe it's more so like making like pop music versus like pop country is like I would back when I was doing just like straight pop music, I would be in the studio for so long. Like I would literally be in the box for like 6 hours straight or like all day. Like some studio days took like 10 hours, whatever. This last song, like I think I was there for like an hour and that's it. Like, cause he just like he's so talented. He like picks up songs so quickly that like he just like plays it out, literally got the vision. Like I'm not very good with my words sometimes and articulating what I want, but somehow it's like he just like went in my brain and grabbed it. And I felt like I definitely had a lot more freedom recording where he was just like, okay, I'm going to press record, just like do what you want. And then we'll like take the best of whatever takes and all this stuff. And so it was a really, really quick process. Like, I think we sat there and talked for like 20 minutes. He pulled out his guitar. I was like, that sounds cool. And then... Right.
And obviously, I think it helps for him because he's also an artist himself. So it's like, he understands what the artist is thinking, I guess, kind of what you were saying, Yeah, that's really cool. So do you have any plans for some new music this year besides that song?
Yeah, I've done a lot of writing. I would say, again, as like being a newly independent artist, it's the money thing. So I've been working my... behind off to save up the money. Been singing on Broadway to save up the money. So yeah, I have like a bunch of songs that I'm really excited to produce and get out there and everything. I'm hoping to have the next one out in maybe 2 months.
Let's go. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's the experience like singing on Broadway?
Oh, it's so fun. Yeah. So
do you get to make a lot of new fans and stuff? Because I mean, people are coming in from everywhere. I think that's one of the cool parts about Broadway is...
Oh, it's so interesting to see people like blacked out at 11 a.m. for no reason. I'm like, oh, like what brings you to Nashville? They're like, just visiting, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't know. You definitely meet a lot of really interesting characters, but it has definitely helped with like my stage presence and just like getting comfortable performing. Because I tend to be such a perfectionist in my head and being like, oh my gosh, what if I move my arm weird? What if I like sing something a little weird? And then once you kind of get used to just kind of doing the reps like on Broadway and stuff, it's like, it just becomes more natural. And it's built my confidence big time. But more than anything, it's just fun. Yeah.
What are some songs that you are like your go-tos,
I would say like Gunpowder and Lead by Miranda Lambert, and then like Any Carrie Underwood. All those ones are definitely the ones that people get excited about. And then some like Sarah Evans
Sarah Evans is great. Love Sarah Evans. What bars do you usually play at down there?
I've done mostly. My most frequent one has been 1230 Club. I'm still kind of getting into it, but and then I've sang at Barstool and Whiskey Row.
Oh yeah. That's a good time.
I would say my favorite is probably Barstool.
Yeah.
It's fun. They have a cool stage out there.
Yeah, no. Is there any cool stories or any crazy stories or anything you've witnessed? You're like, wow, I can't believe I just saw that on Broadway.
Oh, gosh. Okay, this isn't like I witnessed something, but this was like, I was the thing to bear witness. Like, I was wearing a jumpsuit, my whole zipper, like, on the back, like, completely broke.
Oh, no.
And I had to go through the next, like, 3 hours of my set with, like, a broken, like, wardrobe. But outside of that, I haven't witnessed really anything too crazy.
I guess, that's good. I mean, the few places you mentioned you played at, I mean, I feel like those are the calmer places, Yeah. 1230 Club especially. I don't see any like brawls going down there.
I wish though. Like I unfortunately love witnessing drama. I don't love being part of it, but I love witnessing it. And the amount of times I've just kind of wished like, dang, like, why can't they get in a fight right now? Wait, they did. That did happen. Hold on. I was at Whiskey Row this one time, and these guys, like, totally got in a fight, like, right at the front door. And we're just, like, singing, like, looking over. Okay, that's cool. Just carrying on. I forgot about that until you said that right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's
I swear my brain works, just not today.
Like, especially, like, since living here, I mean, you kind of get numb to it, but you go down to Broadway a lot, you forget the amount of stuff you've witnessed down there. Or, like, you kind of become, numb to it, you know? It's like, wow, this actually isn't normal in other places.
Oh, totally. Well, people just get so insanely wasted on Broadway. Like, different from LA. Like, people definitely, like, drink and stuff in LA, but Broadway,
it's more cocaine in LA, I feel like, right?
Fair.
I mean, trying to save the calories, you know. It's a good drug. Keep the energy high. Lose some weight, that type of thing.
Literally. But here it's like, plus a lot of people coming for like their bachelorette parties, or like, it's a lot of frats and things like that. And people just, I would be shocked if they remember it.
Yeah. Okay, so what is your least favorite part about Nashville?
Oh, the drivers.
Yeah, the drivers are
like,
bad.
I don't
Especially
get
from
it.
where you're coming from, too. I come from the East, so I couldn't imagine what it's like for you, you know?
I don't understand. Like, I wish I could perform, like, citizens arrests on, like, some of the people. Because, like, why are you trying to merge on the freeway going 20 miles an hour?
Right.
It's insanity.
I agree. And also the parking down here sucks.
Yeah, I feel like it didn't used to be like that, especially when I first moved out here.
Not every lot was 20. Like, when I first moved here, and this, mind you, this was going on 4 years ago now, it was not $20 for every lot. It was, like, maybe $1 to $5 per lot, you know? And now it's just crazy.
Oh, I got billed $60 for my car that never left my parking lot at home. It said I was, like, parked on Broadway. I was like, my car, my little Subaru was at home. And so it was like...
Damn.
Yeah.
That's annoying. That sucks.
I was like, luckily they fixed it. I contacted them. I was like, so my car just, like, actually never entered this parking lot whatsoever.
Yeah. Goddamn. Oh, actually, I just saw this. Metropolitan or whatever. They just got in a lawsuit with the state of Nashville for charging cars that they weren't supposed to charge. $9 million lawsuit.
Give me my money.
Yeah, for real. I know, it's crazy. I'm not a fan of that Metropolitan. I mean, I was at first because it was like, okay, this is easy scam. You pull in, you pull out. You know, you don't type too much stuff in. But now they're just robbing you. And the tickets are ridiculous because they act like, you know, well, they give you the ticket, but instead of it just being like a normal ticket, the ticket increases every day you don't pay it. So now it's like a $200, $300 ticket. And now I'm giving $200, $300 to this shitty car company. I'm sorry, but it's true.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Someone was saying, they're like, wherever they were parking, I think it was somewhere off Broadway, they're like, honestly, it's cheaper to just get a ticket. So they just parked where they wanted.
Actually, no, that sometimes is true. Like, I've caught on to that where, like, it's cheaper to just get your $75 ticket than park there for, like, 5 to 6 hours. Because it ends up being, like, $100, $150. I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of logic. That's smart. You know?
I feel like even, like, the daily nightlife here, I feel like almost everybody used to just hang out in Midtown all the time, especially when I first moved here. But now, I don't know if it's a parking situation or what. People just don't want to pay $20 to $30 to hang out on, like, a Wednesday.
I feel like everyone's scattered. Like, I remember, like, when I first moved here, you would go out and you would see the same people.
Yes.
And it'd be at different bars, too, but you would see the same people. You know, you just
100%.
happen to be on the same groove or whatever it was that day, and everyone's going to the same place. And now
it could be
everyone's
like a
spread out.
Wednesday, you go out, and it's like... You see it, all the same people, all the same artists and everything.
Right. And, like, now there's more rounds than ever, too. So, like, everyone's getting so spread thin of, like, oh, there's a round at Old Smoky. Well, there's a round at Losers. There's a round at Odie's now, you know? It's, I mean, it's great. But at the same time, it's, like, when does it come to a point where it's, like, flooded? You know, or, like, there's too much rounds going on, you know? And the quality, like, are we keeping the quality good? Or are we, you know, like, letting anyone come up and sing during the round, you know?
With that, there have been some interesting... Well, like, one time I did a round, and this girl was like, yeah, I've never actually really sang before. And I was like, period.
Yeah. And it's like, but like, if I was the artist that has been singing my butt off for the last so many years, I would be offended that round put me on the round with that person.
Oh, totally.
Like, no disrespect at all. But there should be a beginner's round, and then there's, like, your, like, novice, or, like, your, what's it called? Pro, your veterans round, you know?
Yeah. Although I can't talk. My first writer's round ever in Nashville was a complete shit show. It was so bad. I was awful. I had just moved here. I think I had moved in like probably 2 days prior. So
Who's around?
It was at Chasing Melodies, which
Okay.
I love Chasing Melodies.
Love Chasing Melodies.
Love Bryant, all them. But I am a piano player.
Yep.
And my piano didn't come in time. It had broken during the move, and so I had to like order a new one. So I was like, I'm gonna try guitar, which is fine. Like, I'm not horrible at guitar. I'm not good at guitar, whatever. But I had just learned the difference between like a regular acoustic and like an electric acoustic and all the things. And so it just like no one could hear my guitar. It was not cute.
It's okay. I mean, the first round. I mean, especially I feel like rounds are almost more intimidating than actual concerts for artists. For the fact that it's just you by yourself and the bar is silent.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't get nervous for full band shows. Like, I get excited. But writers' rounds still scare the crap out of me. Yeah. Because it's like, even like playing piano, if I like play one little key wrong, everybody's noticing. But like, I feel like doing a band show is a little more forgiving, because like if I mess up something, like maybe someone's listening to the guitar instead, or like, I don't know.
What's your favorite writers' round you've played?
Ooh, I love, I'm trying to think. I love Heavy Hitters. I love Rebel Rouser. I love Chasing Melodies. I would say those are probably my top.
Who runs Heavy Hitters? Antoinette, right? Is that her name?
Yes, I think her name's Jess.
Jess Antoinette.
Yes.
Yeah. I did a round with her actually this past year. She's awesome. Yeah, she's great. She brought in some great artists. She's really cool. Trying to think, what is one experience you've had in Nashville where you're like, I didn't learn this in LA, but I'm gonna take it and like move on, you know?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's like, what's the hardest thing you've had to go through since like living here, you know, in Nashville?
Oh, I'm trying to think.
As an artist,
I would say I got my first like big like musically like rejection since moving here. It was recently. I'm under NDA right now, so I can't say it, but like it was the first like I really put myself out there, and I was like so confident that it was gonna go well and all this stuff, and then it like didn't go the way I wanted, and that was the first time that I had the moment of like, do I even want to sing anymore? It was so dramatic. But yeah, I was like telling everybody, I was like, yeah, I'm done with singing, like I'm done with music, blah, 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 blah. And then it literally took my boyfriend giving me this pep talk. And he was like, so you're going to tell your grandma he used to pay for your singing lessons that you're just going to quit now because one person told you no, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, damn, he kind of cooked there. But
yeah. So like, how do you keep that positive mindset and keep going, you know?
I would say, it's kind of like a daily thing that I have to remind myself of. Like, I even was like thinking about it on my drive over here, because like something popped up that reminded me of it. And it was like sitting there, I was like, why am I even still doing music? And then it's like, I have to sit there and remember like all the things that the people I care about have sacrificed to kind of help get me to where I am right now. And like all the people who have believed in me. And like what a slap in the face it would be to them for me to just be like, one person told me no, so I'm going to disregard everything you guys have ever said about me. Yep. And I'm going to be done.
Yeah, no, it's good to like understand that and like move forward, right? And that one person means nothing, and the 20 or whatever plus people in your corner, you know, those are the people you want to lean on and listen to, because obviously they're speaking the truth to you, you know. So it's it's very important. Totally. So is the next show coming up the cruise, or so tell us about that, how you got hooked up with that?
Oh my gosh. So my friend Rob, he is putting together...
Rob Harville.
Yep, Rob Harville, the man, the myth, the legend. He's putting together a cruise. It's Music City Set Sails, where it's a bunch of artists, and we're all going and singing on this cruise. It's starting in New Orleans. I'm excited and nervous. I have no idea what to expect. I basically got roped into it just because like we were all just hanging out one night, and he's like, hey, do you want to sing on the cruise? And I was like, sure. And then it like actually became a thing, and I was like, oh, this is like actually happening. Because I think it first got brought up in conversation like a year ago. And so now it's coming into fruition. It's coming up in like a week. But yeah, like my whole family's going. A lot of my friends are going.
Who are some of the other artists on the bill?
I'm trying to think. Grayson Russell, which he's been awesome. He was actually like my first friend in Nashville. I met him outside of the listening room when I was just visiting. I was with my mom and one of my friends. And he was like, are you Tess? And I was like, who is this random guy? And I was like, hey, yeah. And he's like, oh, like, I saw you on our mutual friend Zoe's Instagram, like, blah, blah, blah. And then he was the one that, like, got me into my first writer's round. And he was, like, a huge support, like, when I first moved out here and everything. And he's awesome, super talented. So he's playing on there. And then Seth Michael, it was, like, his 80th mention. This might as well just be, like, a Seth Michael fan page at this point. Chris Andrucci, Josh Terry, Justin Andrews.
It's a great lineup right there.
It's a lot of people.
It's gonna be fun.
There's like 10 more people. Yeah.
Is Josh Terry a part of that?
Yeah, so he's gonna be shooting one of his podcast episodes on there.
That's trouble right there. I tell you what. I don't know. That's a good group of guys though. Y'all will have fun.
Yeah, I have no idea what to expect, but it'll be interesting.
No, that's really cool. So, obviously we talked about you just had a song release and stuff. People can find that everywhere on all platforms, right?
All the things. Spotify, Apple Music, all over.
And where can they find you on social media?
I'm at Tess Monpere on all platforms.
That's great. Well, Tess, I appreciate you coming on. We'll definitely have to do this again.
Yeah, for sure.
Tess Monpere, Podunk Perspective. We out. Thank y'all for tuning in to Podunk Perspective. We drop new episodes every Monday. Till next time.